they're not title contenders. They won't finish above Arsenal again, much to our delight and their misery. They don't really have any superstar players. Harry Kane's overrated. I think Eriksen might be out, and they've only got 3/4 of a stadium. And yes, come on, you Irons.
Hello and welcome to Talk a Good Game, and the international break is finishing. West Ham United are back. We're going to White Hart Lane, what could be our last ever time we will play Spurs there. It depends if we get them in the cup or not. But do you know what time it is? Because if you don't, you need to go to our sponsors, Royal London Watches, and get yourself a watch. I'm here with Gonzo and we're here with Gonzo and Mitch. Mitch, what's your thoughts on our opponent, Tottenham Hotspur?
They're a good team. However much you hate them or whatever, you can't deny that they've got a fantastic manager, fantastic squad of players. They work hard, look very slick on the pitch. I'm a bit worried about the game, to be honest. I can't see us coming off the better side. But yeah, they're a quality team, top 4 contenders again this season, I think.
Well, you've just said they're top 4 contenders, Mitch, but are they title contenders?
I still think it's a bit early to say. Obviously, with Liverpool coming out the traps quickly and City with the money they've got and the manager they've got, it's hard to say. But it wouldn't surprise me if they were lifting up the trophy at the end of the season.
Gonzo, what about yourself? Do you see them as title contenders? What's your thoughts on Spurs?
No, they're not title contenders. They won't finish above Arsenal again, much to our delight and their misery. They won't. Last season they were better than the sum of their parts. I think they don't really have any superstar players. They've got a model whereby they buy players in, they improve them, and then they move them on. I'm just really waiting for the next batch to be moved on, which will be Dele Alli, Harry Kane, if he can regain his full fitness. I think Harry Kane's overrated. I think Eriksen might be out, and they've only got 3/4 of a stadium. And yes, come on, you Irons.
Crikey almighty, you don't like Tottenham. I'm more Mitch's side. I think they're a fantastic squad. I differ in my opinion to you, Gonzo. I think their selling days have gone now. I think they can hold on to those top players. I think Lloris is world class. I think he's the best keeper in the league by far. I think they've got the best centre-back pairing in the league. I think Dembele is one of the best centre midfielders in the league. I think they've got quality all over the pitch. What's a good season for them then, Gonzo? You've said they're not title contenders, so what's a good season? If you supported Spurs, what would you be expecting?
I'd be expecting a lot of abuse if I supported Spurs, but I think a good season for them is always to finish in the top 4, regardless of what you said. I'm not arguing Dembele is a good player, Lloris is a good player, but they don't actually pay the top wages, so they won't ever be able to attract and buy the big superstar players. What they're relying on is that model of buying players and making them better working. Now, that's not an easy thing to do. There's a reason that the successful teams continue to be successful, Bayern Munich and all those sort of big teams, because they buy the best players. Tottenham don't. So at any time they can get into a top 4 has been a successful season.
Well, we'll just have to agree to disagree on their model. Before we move on to West Ham United, Mitch, they've gone 6, what is it? Yeah, they're unbeaten in the league, but they've gone 7 without a win, though. It's the longest time they've gone without a win since May 2004. So you said you're not very confident, but surely they're there for the taking.
Not particularly. No, I think there's. I'm going to sound like such a closet Spurs fan. There's been, obviously, I think not having Harry Kane for a little while has really pulled them back. They haven't really had anyone to put in the back of the net. Janssen is someone I'm looking back at, is someone I'm glad we passed on. I think they've been unlucky. They've had difficult opponents. I'm still, if they had lost 3 in a row, 5 in a row, I would still be very, very frightened because they have just so much ability in their team.
Yeah, what will add though for you viewers is that this includes their games at Wembley. Obviously, they've been playing home games at Wembley in Champions League, which has contributed to that 7th out win. The man in the middle at White Hart Lane is Mr. Mike Dean. Tottenham have only had him once this season when they beat Sunderland 1-0 at home. Last season they had him 4 times. They won 3 and drew 1. They're actually unbeaten in 7 with Mike Dean in charge. However, before Spurs fans get confident, West Ham United haven't had him this season. We've had him last season. We had him 5 times. We are unbeaten in 5 times with Mike Dean in the middle. We drew 2 games and we won 3, winning the last ever game at the Bowling Ground as he took charge of our 3-2 win over Manchester United. He loves a yellow card as well, does Mike Dean. Speaking of yellow cards, Gonzo, who's going to replace the suspended Mark Noble? He's picked up 5 yellows. He sits out the derby at White Hart Lane. who's your choice to come into the centre midfield?
I would pop Fernandes in there if it were my choice. I don't know what Bilic can do, but yeah, I'd go with Fernandes.
And I take it. I mean, what I will say, you guys will be thinking, why are we not debating the keeper? All three of us, I'm speaking for them too as well, because I know from previous that we're all favouring Randolph. We'd all like to see Randolph in goal. However, it's probably unlikely. Bilic won't do that anyway. Gonzo, would you start Antonio right wing back?
It's all going to depend on Reed's fitness, isn't it? Really, have we got any updates on Reed's fitness?
He's in first team training this week. Apparently, he's been in the gym, etc. as well. So I think he's going to make it. Actually, I'm quite confident he'll make it.
If Reed plays, then I guess I was thinking when I said Fernandes, I was thinking that Reed possibly won't make it and will play 4 at the back. That's why I'd play Fernandes in there. It's going to be hard to shift Fernandes from that right wing back spot, I think. But yeah, it's going to have to be him or it's going to have to be Antonio. It's a situation they're going to have to address in January, of course. If not, then like you, I wouldn't mind moving Lanzini into the centre and playing Lanzini perhaps alongside Obiang, or just dropping him a bit deeper, which you've been advocating for a little while. So yeah, if it turns out that way, we'll put Fernandes on the right, Lanzini in the middle.
Mitch, what about yourself? Who would you like to see taking Mark Noble's role this Saturday?
Considering we're away from home, I'm actually going to be a bit more negative. I would stick Reece Oxford beside Obiang and just sit them both in front of the back 5, I suppose you could call it. I think it's about time we started giving Oxford games. If you're good enough to start at the Emirates at the age of 16, I can't see why he hasn't had any more game time this season. So yeah, I would stick Oxford next to him. He's practically signed a contract by the sounds of it, and we need to start rewarding him for his loyalty, considering that we've, in my opinion, mistreated him quite badly.
Wing back, Mitch.
Fernandes, I don't think you can shift him.
Striker, Sakho's back in training. I think this is a funny one now, because it sounds like Sakho's been fit for a few weeks, but Bilic, for whatever reasons, managed not to start him. It almost, to me, it feels like the pressure's starting to come from the club now. The owners are coming out saying he's fit. It's up to the manager to play him. The physio's now saying he's fit. He's in first team training. It's up to the manager. So now it's just down to Bilic. I think now it's no more secrets. But Sakho is fit. Gonzo, you're one of Sakho's biggest fans, in my opinion. I take it you would like to see him leading the line on Saturday.
I would, if, as the reports say, he's fit. So that's the main thing. If he is fit, I think he's our best striker, which is a ridiculous situation, bearing in mind all the promises that were made that we're still in a situation, having had a transfer window, that Sakho is still arguably our best striker. Some might say it's Andy Carroll. Whatever he does, though, I want it to be decisive and I want it to be different. So what I would like him to do would be to make a decision, to use a cliche, grab the ball by the horns. And if he's going to pick someone. Pick Kaleri, go with him. Pick Sakho, go with him. Even Martinez, pick Martinez, go with him. Just do something decisive. That's what I want. I don't want a sort of half-hearted bit of Antonio up there who's then replaced by Zaza after 60 minutes. None of that. He's got to have the courage of convictions. He's got to back himself.
What about yourself, Mitch? Who would you like to see up front? Are you going Sakho? Would you like to see Ayew giving another chance up front? You've got Fernandes right wing back, so are you then putting Antonio up front?
No, I would. If Sakho is fit, I'm not his biggest fan. Both with his, shall we call them, off the pitch antics, and I'm also not his fan when it comes to his ability either. I think that he's definitely Premier League standard, and to be fair, he is probably the second best striker at least that we have, which comes to that is a worrying situation. Despite those things, I would start Sakho up front. With Ayew, I do rate Ayew, but I just don't think he's a striker. So for those reasons, I would go with Sakho.
I'm going to annoy people. I would play Zaza. And I'm going to say why here, because I think he was crucial in the win at Crystal Palace. And people say it's because of his hard work, but it's the way he worked hard. Crystal Palace's game plan, or one big part of their game plan is getting the centre backs on the ball and pinging long passes, long balls into Benteke. Dan, Tompkins, Delaney, it doesn't matter who it is, they get the ball, they flick it a yard, they get their head up, look for Benteke and put it straight into his chest or head. Zaza didn't let them do that. So they were having to rush these long balls and they weren't working. Ogbonna, Reed, Kiati had the time of their life in defence when Zaza was up front because they were just getting in front of Benteke easily. The ball wasn't accurate enough. And I think our striker, and I get that Sacco does this to an extent, our striker will need to do this to Tottenham centre-back. They won't play the long ball. Well, what they will do, they will use the Lloris is almost like the goalkeeper Pep Guardiola needed, the sweeper keeper type guy, the guy that's comfortable with the ball at his feet. That's how Tottenham like to play it. They like to play it from the back. And if we let them do that, I think we'll be in trouble. That's why I think I would give Zaza a run out up front. But I agree with you two. I think it's shocking that we're even disputing using Sacco up front when he should have been gone in the summer. But saying that, I think if he wants to start, he'd have the support of every West Ham fan anyway, and Raw wouldn't seem to do well. Now, something a bit different. We've never done this in the show, but before I ask these guys if they're confident, give you a stat about a Tottenham player. On the 18th minute at White Hart Lane on Saturday, there will be a minute's applause for Jack Atkinson, the 18-year-old Tottenham fan, massive Tottenham fan, who died of a cardiac arrest on a Sunday league game. So in the 18th minute, there will be a minute's applause for him as well. So we could see those West Ham fans join in, like yourself, Gonzo. But Gonzo, you're going there. Before I ask if you're confident, Harry Kane has got 15 goals in 15 London derbies. He loves a London derby. He's not playing for England on Tuesday night against Spain. He's been taken out, I assume, to be wrapped in cotton wool for this fixture. Are you feeling confident?
I am. There's something about a London derby, and there's something about a game against Tottenham. It's the last game at White Hart Lane as well. Not that I have any love for that stadium, but it's an important thing. And there were a lot of people came to Upton Park last season and made an event of it. So yeah, absolutely. I'm meeting Tom, I'm meeting Mike, I'm meeting Liam, meeting the lads, and we're going to go and have a really good day. Having spoken to them, everyone seems quite confident, actually. And I don't mean that we're going to go down and thrash them or lay on a footballing masterclass, but I think the pressure's off because we're away from the London Stadium. I think Tottenham would be far more confident if they were playing in Stratford. But I think the fact that we're going there, the pressure's on them. As you say, Harry Kane's coming back, but I think they've got some players missing through injury. And we seem to be a counter-attacking team. When the onus is on us to play football, we seem to be struggling at the moment. But if we can stick lots of people behind the ball, I've just got an inkling, actually, that Payet's going to have a performance tomorrow, or even if he does a performance, he's going to do one or two magical moments, which could, on Saturday, which are going to make the difference. I'm quite confident of us actually winning. We'll do our predictions in a bit, obviously.
Mitch?
No, I'm not very confident. I don't really know how anyone can be, to be honest. We've been pretty crap all season. Tottenham are a great team. Although what I will say is that we have in recent years, we do like to turn up and give, dare I say this, the big teams hell. So I think that we do have it in us for a big one. We proved that last season. We proved it perhaps against Chelsea in the cup this season. Like Gonzo said, it's a London derby game, so anything can happen. But no, I'm not confident. I expect to go there and get beat.
Well, I'm a bit in the middle. I'm taking Gonzo's stance more. The fact that the pressure's off, we will play counter-attacking football. But it does fit in my mind that last season we played counter-attacking football and we were supposed to be really good away from home, but we got spanked at White Hart Lane. We got absolutely embarrassed by Tottenham last year, and that does worry me a little bit. However, saying that, they're not in the best form themselves. 7 games without a win. The eyes are going to be on Tottenham this, because if they want to win the title, they have to win games like this. It's simple as that. We talk about how we should have beaten Watford at home. We should be getting something against Southampton at home. This is our bread and butter games. For Tottenham, unfortunately for us, let's take our claret and blue specs off here. West Ham is a bread and butter game for Tottenham. You want to win the title, every title contender has to be beating West Ham at home. It's just the way it is. If you want to win the league, you have to beat West Ham. And the pressure is firmly at Tottenham's door. But I do worry that they're going to have a bit of what we had Upton Park last year, where it's their last ever time at White Hart Lane, where they're going to be playing West Ham. And I wonder if they're going to up their game. And I think this is the first game this season I'm really going to be looking to see if those players are going to another level that we've not yet seen. However, West Ham have lost 5 of their last 6 away league games, so we're not great away from home, despite the myth, if you like, that we're an away side. Almost prediction time, but before we do that, just to let you know, keep your eyes on the forum at hammerschat.com and our newsletter. If you're not signed up to it, the link is below. We've got a little bit of a party happening before the Arsenal game. We've got some different stuff, including this away shirt. Umbro donated this away shirt. Will be given away as always. We've also got one of these posters, this Mishmash West Ham poster, everything West Ham history in there. We're giving them away, and there's loads more to be announced, so keep your eyes out. We'll tell you how to enter as well. Prediction time. Mitch, I'm coming with you because I don't know what Gonz is going to go for, but I thought I don't know what score you're going to go for. I'm pretty confident I know what outcome you're going for, Mitch. So what's your score?
It pains me to say this, so I really hope I'm wrong, but I'm going to go 4-1 Spurs.
Look,
I think we're going to get spanked again.
Okay, Gonzo, I don't think you're going to be as negative as Mitch. So what's your score prediction?
1-0 West Ham. Party time as well. Party time on the terraces. It's going to be a really, really good day. The gallows humour, even if we were to lose, but I don't think we will. I think it's the time. Bilic needs to do it. We can't keep on this run of form. Bilic needs to win. I think he's going to get one.
I think it's going to be 1-1. I think it'll be an entertaining 1-1, though. However, 2 good sides, 2 managers under pressure for Spurs aren't under pressure, but 7 games they'll win. They don't want to be going 8, then 9, then 10. They're in a title hunt. They need to win. But let us know your predictions. You can do that in the comments below, or come over onto our forum at hammerschat.com. Make sure you're subscribed. We'll be back on Saturday Night Live straight after full time. Gonzo, are you doing a vlog for this one? We don't know. Gonzo's not telling us. It is a secret.
I didn't hear what you said. Sorry.
It doesn't matter. We'll find out later in the week if he is or not. But make sure you subscribe. You watch this.
Am I doing a vlog? Did you ask? Am I doing a vlog? Yeah. I'm doing a special vlog. I'm doing a really good vlog. I'm going to get as much of the crowd banter as I possibly can. There'll be a bit of pub. There'll be a bit of action. I'm going to try and sneak my covert camera in because I think we're going to get frisked frivolously on the doors of White Hart Lane. And yes, it should be a good vlog. Sorry, the dog was begging to be fed at that point.
Well, there you go. The vlog will be up probably Sunday, so keep your eyes up for that. The review live on Saturday night. If you're watching this embedded on the website, click on the YouTube link here, and then it'll pop up, and then just click subscribe. But Mitch, I hope you're wrong so much. Guys, I hope you're right, and I hope I'm wrong as well. But let us know your prediction below. Forum. Thank you for watching, and see you Saturday night. Come on, West Ham.